guys, welcome back to the channel. We've been throwing some big table builds your way. So this build, we're gonna do something a little smaller. We're gonna do another board. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. Back in the summer, we did a Van Halen board for Paul that works here. And it got me thinking, like, I'm a massive, massive Beatles fan. So I want to make a Beatles board, and that's what we're gonna do. I have pre-cut my pieces of walnut. We're gonna put them into the form. All right, so here's our form, and we have our pieces in. We actually gotta take them out and use some Star Bond to lock them down so that way when we do our pour, they're not gonna move at all. And this gap here, we're gonna do a color, but it's actually gonna get covered by this vinyl piece that I designed. And the instruments are gonna kind of lay on top of this. They're iconic instruments. We have little miniature models of them. So we're gonna encase them in the board so they're 3D. But before we do that, we have to pour the base. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set these guys inside, lock them down, about a 1/4 inch deep pour using Wise Bond tabletop. So like all of our builds, we're going with Wise Bond. They're one of our partners, and we swear by them. And another great thing about Wise Bond is they have a calculator on their website that'll tell you how much epoxy you're gonna need based on your measurements. So now I'm gonna mix this for about 4 to 5 minutes, and you can use an electric paddle on a drill. I don't want to introduce too much air into this, so I'm gonna do this by hand. So now that my epoxy's mixed up, I figured I'm using one of my favorite woods for a board of one of my favorite bands. So why don't I use one of my favorite colors from eye candy, and that's Blue Blood. So we're gonna add this in and mix it in. So now that the color is mixed in, I'm ready to pour the base layer. All right, so yesterday I poured the base layer for this Beatles board. And now I'm ready to lay down the vinyl piece and add the instruments. Now all the instruments are sealed. We're ready to do the deep pour. So again, I'm gonna use the Wise Bond calculator. I'm gonna take my measurements and figure out how much epoxy I'm gonna need for this deep pour.
1 week later.
It's been about a week for the epoxy to cure. So now that it is cured, I'm gonna pop it out of the mold, take it into the wood shop, and the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send it through the planer. That way I flatten both sides. Once both sides are flat, I'm gonna send it to the table saw, and I'm gonna cut all the edges to square it up. It is square, let us sand.
Come on, little girl, let's take it. Come on, little girl, let's shake it. Come on, little girl, and make it Saturday night out. Won't you come along now, baby, come along now. Everybody's out on the town on a Saturday night. Tell me that you're my girl, don't you be a shy girl. Won't you come along with me, baby, on Saturday?
And before I add the finish, what I want to do is I'm going to engrave just a little symbol in the corner of them, just to add a little extra touch to it.
Let's shake it, come on, little girl, and make it Saturday night out. Don't you stay at home now, needn't be alone now. Come along with me, and you'll see, while I'm holding you tight, everything's right. Saturday night out, Saturday night out. Come on, little girl, let's take it. Come on, little girl, let's shake it. Come on, little girl, and make it Saturday night out. Don't you stay at home.
That's going to do it this week. Thank you so much for watching. I absolutely love how this thing came out. Let me know what you think about it. Let us also know if there's something else you want to see us build. We're always up for the challenge, and we always like to make something truly unique. We have plenty of more builds coming your way, so please like and subscribe to support the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Hey, thank you on behalf of the group and ourselves, and I hope we pass the audition.